All right, y'all.
We're back.
We're back. We're Black and White Randomz podcast. I'm T, aka Sky. This is
Trish.
Alrighty. If this is your first time, welcome.
Hello.
How are you? Anywho,
This is the
we pretty much
of Randomz.
that's right. I asked Trish a bunch of random questions. Some of the topics will be referencing sometimes some of the previous episodes. We will let you guys know to go back and watch or listen, depending on the platform or whatever.
We'll do our best to tell you which ones, but we'll see.
We'll see. Anywho, we're gonna get this thing started off right.
All right.
Okay. So it's something I've been wondering for a while, right?
Lord.
You remember how we used to wear, like, in the city we live in, most of the elementary, middle schools back when we were growing up had uniforms.
Yes.
Like, I wonder, like, how many schools still enforce uniforms? And these are public schools, by the way. Private schools, that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like, we get it. Public schools, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if today's kids still wear school uniforms and what shoes are they wearing with them. The ones that actually still have uniforms, if they still do.
I see some elementary school kids, clearly elementary school age kids in uniforms. But they're not wearing, I feel like we used to have to wear like almost like the Mary Jane type, like we weren't wearing, they're wearing tennis shoes now, and we couldn't do that.
Putting they Crocs in sport mode, they school uniforms and stuff.
No, we couldn't do that.
No, because I also feel like there was a dress code, even like with the uniform policy, like you could only have on certain shoes with your uniform or whatever.
There were rules, even though they didn't require what type of shoes you had to get. There were rules on what you could not wear. So like we couldn't, you couldn't wear tennis shoes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like the stipulation was a lot of the school uniforms, like some of them, like I guess the shoes had to be like tan, depending on the color, or certain
or black,
or whatever. For a majority of schools that within the city that we actually attended school in. But I just feel like I saw a video of a kid being bullied because their mom actually made them wear like the dress shoes to school recently. And paired it up with his uniform.
You probably would get your kid bullied if you did that now.
I don't know. I feel like why do y'all even care? Like it's not
I agree.
Back in the day, like if you had on some off-brand, like some Shaqs or something. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody had their Nikes, their Jordans, you come to school and show up with your Shaqs. You probably just get ready to get roasted. And this is after like the uniform era, by the way.
I will say I didn't even have checks. I didn't have no names, nothings. So yeah, absolutely.
I don't know, but I feel like that's slightly more. That's like a black kid issue, like in the inner city.
Yeah. Definitely.
So that kind of made sense that it probably didn't happen to you because we didn't talk. Referencing another episode, we didn't really talk about the one white girl that was in my actual like graduating class that had like the same shoes for like 3 years.
We did talk about that in one episode, but like even like we said then, no one gave her shit for that.
Yeah, nobody cared. No. Like I mean, it was bothersome because of like the level of filth that was on those shoes for 3 years running, but by the time we got to senior year, she got a new pair of shoes, and everybody noticed and gave her a compliment. Trust me, but nobody talked about her the whole time she had them. But I'm just like, in this day and age, I feel like that's just not even appreciated. Nobody's gonna appreciate your young child coming to school looking presentable. That's the crazy part about it. Yeah, a lot of
y'all have your kids going out looking,
I don't know,
crazy. Like I've gotten comments about my daughter not going out regular sometimes. Like she does not go out. Sometimes she goes out dressed up. It's just why? Why do y'all have your kids out here every single day in dirty, stained, muddy clothes? I get their kids, but sometimes you put on a nice outfit.
Not even that. What's wrong with your child looking presentable when they leave the house? But also I find it weird because it's like, y'all got these kids out here wearing Crocs and stuff as their everyday shoes, and I get they're in style, but to be honest, they are not the most supportive shoe for a foot.
No.
For your child to be wearing, especially a growing child.
Right.
They're not even great for adults to have them a long time. No. And these kids wear them day in and day out.
Yeah, they're really bad. They're very bad for your feet.
I watched a
your
whole
posture
basketball
and
game
everything.
of kids on, I forgot what platform, like the whole neighborhood was outside playing basketball in Crocs. The whole neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Like, are y'all crazy? Y'all break y'all foot. Land the
Exactly.
wrong way if you want to.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it was a bunch of little boys too playing 5-on-5.
No.
In a cul-de-sac.
They're either not giving it anywhere near their all, or they're gonna get hurt bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stop that.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So here we go. Am I the asshole for not telling my husband's family that I speak their language? And yes, this is a story. It's based off of story time.
No.
Now, I'm gonna give you the story on this.
All right.
So apparently there was a Canadian woman who married this German guy.
Okay.
They lived in Canada for quite a while. She had only met the husband's family maybe once or twice, and they had like a young son at the time.
All right.
For whatever reason, I can't remember if it was finances or whatever, but they end up leaving Canada and they moved to Germany, where the husband's from.
All right.
So obviously, like I said, she had little interaction with the husband's side of the family, yada yada, whatever. So when they first get there, apparently she's now pregnant with the daughter at this point.
Okay.
So the family sees her and immediately, like in German, they start talking cold cash shit about this woman. But not knowing that she actually understands German and can speak German. So she's sitting there just listening to everything that they're saying. Like they're commenting on everything. Her clothes, her hair, her pregnant body, and it's like whatever current state it was in at the time, her pregnant belly, like just they're going ham. Like the sister, the mom, the dad, like they going in on her. So eventually, like she doesn't say anything right then and there. Her husband get home. She, says something to the husband about it, and the husband's like, "Well, I'm gonna say something to him or whatever." So he does, and she says for about 3 or 4 months, crickets, nothing. She has nothing. The family doesn't say like barely anything to her about her, none of that stuff. So she finally has the daughter. Daughter's born. The family dislikes the fact that they named the child Lilith. Okay, so I guess Lilith has like a deeper meaning to like mean ghost or something weird. It means something like, I can't remember what it is, but
it's got a lot of
yeah. So apparently the reason why she named the child this is it's one of those running names in her family. Like it's even her middle name, and it's been around for like generations in her family of women. So it's her child. Apparently the German side takes offense to this because of the meaning of the name. She's like, I didn't name my child that because of the meaning. I named it because of the family history of the name. So they're talking cold cash in German about her child, the child's name. So the mom is an attention whore, by the way. So they take the daughter over because some family events going on at the parents' house. And, guests and other family members are like passing her daughter around, and the mom is starting to get pissed off because now the attention is not on her. So she starts acting in German and talking cold case shit about her and the child and all types of stuff. So she then gets the child. Her and husband leave. They have yet to talk to his side of the family, and they left. They have not talked to them since.
Ooh.
No, you're not because she actually went off on them in German, and they realized,
she can understand.
She can understand.
Ooh, yeah. You're not the asshole. Absolutely
You are not. Sorry about it.
No,
you definitely are not.
Not even close.
I just find it weird. Like I get different cultures, different whatever. However, like just human and human though, like because the name might mean something to you and your culture or whatever language you looked it up in or whatever. That's a baby at the end of the day.
Right.
Like, and your grandchild on top of that.
Right. Oh, I wouldn't be talking to them again.
No, but I guarantee you that the root of all of this probably was they wanted him to marry a German woman and he did not. And that's what
I think that's a reasonable assumption based on what story was told so far. Absolutely.
I don't know. I just found that to be the weirdest thing, period. I'm like,
that was a bunch of ignorant. First of all, you made the assumption she would not understand you. You talk all that trash about, like, why are we talking about a pregnant woman? Why are we talking about a pregnant woman's body? Leave that woman alone. Come on, y'all. Like,
crazy.
No, and then you start talking about her child. That's where you went.
Meanwhile, these are countries that so-called some of these Americans, depending on which way this election goes or not, are talking about fleeing to other countries, and that is one of the countries that they're talking about fleeing into. Although they got a problem with some of them have a problem with immigrants. But now you want to go and seek an asylum. Never mind. Right. I was digging a little bit too deep there.
I mean, points were made, but yeah, we typically don't go to those types of topics.
I'm gonna leave that one alone. Just know the election coming up in the United States right now, and it's a little hectic over here. Literally in the next couple of weeks.
It's a lot crazy. Not even a little bit. It's a lot.
It's crazy. A lot. All right, so here we go. Okay.
Okay.
Going to the Ravens. Okay.
All right.
Specifically Lamar Jackson.
All right.
Why do you think it is Lamar Jackson is not endorsed like the other quarterbacks of post and present NFL? Because right now, the poster child for the NFL is not even Travis Kelce. If we want to go for just quarterbacks, we're just going off of quarterbacks, it would be Mahomes.
It's Pat Mahomes, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, right now, absolutely.
Okay, I get he got the Super Bowls or whatever. I got that. Right. Tracking.
Absolutely. We're keeping up.
There's other MVPs in the NFL that have commercials or had commercials. You have other quarterbacks, i.e. like a Josh Allen, who also has commercials and endorsements, but has never won a damn MVP. He does not have a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He does not have a lot of things, but yet we can see him other places. Lamar Jackson, not so much. You won't see him on a commercial. You might see him on some local stuff here in Baltimore.
Literally getting ready to say locally. Yeah, absolutely.
Locally, yes.
Nationally,
no. And I feel like people are like beating around the bush on this topic instead of just saying like what it really is.
I think it's a couple of things. He's young and he's not conforming to what they want from him. If nothing else, he is playing his ball.
Mm-hmm.
If we're not even going to go any further with it, that honestly is he's not going to be your poster child. Well, he doesn't want to be.
He's also the most critiqued quarterback.
Absolutely.
They wanted him. Right. He's a running back.
Then he ran too much. Now he doesn't run enough. He stayed in the pocket. Now he leaves it too much. Y'all do it too much. He can't do anything right. And that's the Ravens as a whole. But like listening to them sometimes talking about him on a Sunday, it's not even worth it.
It doesn't even matter. I don't care who we playing. They always make it about the other team. The Ravens can have a home game and be the favorite team. They're going to talk about how great the other team is the whole entire game. The announcers always do.
They have always done
They have always done it. Like, I'm sorry. That's just the truth of what's going on with the Ravens in the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what it really, what it boils down to is he's too black of a quarterback for them. He is too black. Like he's
young.
He's hood. He's young. He's from South. He's from the South. He's too ghetto for them. Like whatever it is, they feel as though they can't market him. But I'm like, there is a market for him. You guys just do not know how to market him. Is what it is.
Right. And
he is not the American boy quarterback. No. They cannot market him. Yes, right. Patrick Mahomes is half black or whatever.
But he's they want to call play the game. He's willing to play the game, and that's his choice. That's on you. But like, and before anybody comes in these comments talking about y'all Ravens fans, we are the first ones to say when they did something stupid. We are the first ones to say they lost the game because they didn't know how to play. They didn't show up to play. We're the first ones to say it. But the problem is when they do show up, when they play well, y'all cannot acknowledge it. That's the problem we have as Baltimore fans. We're the first ones to say they didn't show up today. Y'all, we're not delusional about what their flaws are, but overall,
it's just
the treatment
ridiculous.
Of the Ravens is trash.
For him to be one of the best quarterbacks, period, right now
was
in
he
football.
two-time MVP? Isn't he two-time now?
Yeah, I think this year would be his third consecutive, or third or whatever it is. I don't know if it's consecutive or not. I got to look that up.
Right, but this would be his possibly his third year.
Yeah, this would be his third year. Like y'all are just getting ridiculous with this. He should have just as many endorsements as anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
He's arguably one of the best, if not the best quarterback in the NFL right now. It just is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stat wise, anyway. If you look at his stats, he is the best quarterback right now.
Yep.
Jalen, man, what's his name? Jalen?
Hurts.
No, not Hurts. Well, Jalen Hurts even has like a bunch of endorsements. And I'm like, yo, I get why he has them.
Mm.
You know, I get it. He's with the Eagles, they won, yada yada yada. I got it. Tracking. We are tracking.
Right.
It's that our quarterback can never get the credit he deserves is the problem. Which kind of sucks because there's a bunch of quarterbacks out there that have never won anything. Because they try to say he hasn't won in the playoffs. I'm like, no, he hasn't gotten all the way through the playoffs, but he does have some wins in the playoffs. So stop it. Anyway, here we go. It's gonna be interesting. On today's random list of random stuff.
Okay.
All right. So top 5 female rap/hip hop artists of all time, in your opinion, and they don't have to be in any particular order.
Okay. I mean, first name that jumps in my mind is Missy.
Okay. That she would definitely be on my list as well.
Yeah, she definitely belongs. I think she belongs on everybody's list. Queen Latifah probably too.
Okay.
I don't know. Those are the 2 that are jumping at me. Cause I'm not thinking about any like y'all swear by something like Nicki. I'm not even thinking about that.
I feel like Nicki was hot for a minute.
Yeah. But like of all time, I don't know, because that implies like a longevity. And there's a lot, I think, of the female artists, they haven't had longevity yet because it hasn't been that long. But when you make your list, you hold that against them.
Let's put it this way. I'll build off your list since you put those 2 on there.
Okay.
I'm going to go Remy Martin or Remy Ma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will even go Trina.
Mm-hmm.
And just for the heck of it, I will go maybe Meg Thee Stallion.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave that there. Because there's some honorable mentions in there that I could throw in there. But like right now,
absolutely
at the top of my list of females, those are probably like my top 5. Okay.
I'm here for that.
Because Queen Latifah was an educator, so we can't leave her off of that list.
Right.
Anywho, interesting list though.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm not even gonna go into depth for why. First of all, Missy should be on anybody's
right. Like I said,
list.
She should be on everybody's list. If she's not on your list, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, you definitely need to go listen to her albums because you big tripping and go watch all her videos.
Right. You don't even have to do the videos, but if you do that, it's a whole nother layer.
Let us know.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So what's been eating at me here lately is there's been a bunch of like teacher videos starting to pop back up.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What is wrong with these parents that defend their child's reckless bad behavior in school? And I'm in agreement that it is this generation's parents. It's not even the kids. Like y'all are creating hellions that nobody wants to do.
Yeah, the parents are definitely creating the problem.
My child can do no wrong.
Yeah, that mindset is terrible.
It is. It's my parents.
Delusional.
You know, they discipline me in such a way
that shut up.
And they all use the same excuse. Well, I just can't do it because I was disciplined a specific way and it damaged me and that. Okay, so you go the extreme opposite other way.
That's literally what I was getting ready to say. You don't have to beat your child to discipline them.
No, you don't.
No one's telling you have to beat them, but if you know you don't want to be a physically disciplinarian parent,
absolutely,
you need to be a parent who rules, not even with an iron fist, because that implies a physical discipline. You at least need to conduct your home in a way where your child learns respect.
No, as soon as the teacher either calls, the principal calls, your child calls, you at the school in defense mode
of your child.
Right. And then have the audacity for all of their bad behaviors. They're still getting every physical thing that they want. So you have taught them nothing.
Not a thing.
Nothing have you taught them. You taught them my bad behavior can be rewarded.
Yep.
Like, for
I
what
can get
purpose?
away with X, Y, and Z, say and do whatever I want. You're teaching that, Lord.
Like, the implications behind what you guys are out here doing now with this new age parenting is going to make them hellions to deal with.
Yeah.
In society for everyone else. They have no consequences. They don't know any consequences. They don't know respect. No. They don't know any of these, but they're going to want other people to respect them.
Yeah.
Y'all are crazy.
No, you can't.
Your child is entitled. Majority of this generation that's coming up and the generation right before them, Gen Z and this alpha, whatever the heck y'all want to call them, terrible. Mm-hmm. Like, stop it.
Yeah, a lot of the behavior is bad. Like, particularly bad.
All right. Moving along. That's the question.
Okay.
No, right. Would you still love America the same if your ancestors were treated like black people's ancestors in this country?
If y'all answer yes, you're lying. Don't lie. No. That would be something that changes everything, your whole perspective on pretty much everything. And so no, I would not feel the same. If you say yes, you're lying.
Well, that also implies that majority of the white people in America know how bad slavery actually was.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh, they do.
With that being said, you have the new dummies, which there's been a couple of them who have publicly, and I mean with podcasts, like actual well-known podcasts have been on podcasts.
Big platforms.
On big platforms. Yeah. Over these last couple of days, there have been 2 white women, not even white males, because we ain't even want to get on that. One of them is that guy Steiny or whatever. He had his podcast, his sister was on there. And then there's this other chick, I can't remember her name, Emma, whatever. I'm going to put it to you this way. When asked whether or not they were comfortable with slavery coming back, both of them said yes. Both. And I say again,
that's disappointing.
It's not even disappointing. It's people starting to show their true colors.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just go ahead and say what it is. I'd rather you go ahead and let us know how racist you really are than you sitting up there and trying to hide it. Let us know. And the reason why they goofy has to say yes, because that also implies that as a white person, you would be safe away from slavery in this country.
Oh, they absolutely knew that. So when they answered that
question, when you answered the question, you knew.
Yeah, because they don't care about anybody else or what happens to anyone else.
Like I said, at the end of the day, hopefully y'all people are doing the proper research for whomever you're going to vote for, and that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, we've said that.
And please understand how the government works, because a lot of y'all see stuff in headlines and think and trust it as fact, and it's not fact.
Right.
Part of the reason because you don't know how the government actually operates. I hear a lot of people blaming a lot of people that had nothing to do with certain decisions, or taking credit for certain decisions, knowing it wasn't them.
Yep.
But
and you're just buying it.
And you're sitting up there buying it. Yeah. But for the goofies that want to bring back slavery or would be okay, I'm not even going to say like they're pushing for it, but if it was to come back today or tomorrow, you're okay with it, cool. Just know that the days of old are gone. So you go ahead and try to put this generation back in slavery if you want to. We are not our ancestors. No. I can tell you that right now. It's not going to go the way you think it is.
It's not.
Sorry about it. It just is what it is.
I wouldn't even say sorry about it, because that is the true factual statement.
We are not them.
Sorry about it.
Anywho. Are you snitching on your kid if they committed a heinous crime? And by heinous, I mean actual, like,
I was going to
murder.
It's not self-defense? Probably. If it's self-defense, probably not. Yeah.
That's the great debate because, of course, everybody's talking about now. I don't know, some dad or whatever went to court. I guess he must have went to the police and literally forced his kid to tell that he had some parts in some murder him and his 3 friends committed or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. As a parent thinking about that, my first response, my body wants to say no, but realistically, for something like that, yeah, yes, because that your child took someone else's child, possibly someone's mother, father, like
gone,
right?
No life lived.
Now, if it's self-defense,
like crazy,
and you get away with it, and it was self-defense, that's different.
That's a little bit different, but
if it's cold-blooded, no.
Cold-blooded, no. Right. But there's,
but like that,
there's specific crimes like murder. Yes, I'm snitching on you. Period. Point blank. First of all, what came down to you murdering somebody? Not self-defense. Actual murdering somebody in cold blood.
Yeah.
Okay. My child's a pedophile for some odd reason.
I'm not even I'm snitching on you off the rip. For that.
You are big boy tripping.
Yeah, you're going down.
For that matter, any type of sexual assault.
Yeah, no.
I am snitching.
Yeah.
Off the rip. No.
Yeah, I'm snitching for that. Absolutely. You might not want to let me find out if that's what happened, because I'll turn you in myself.
It's the weirdest, the oddest things, dog. Why would you not do that as a decent human?
Right.
Why would you not do that?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I feel like any parent that says otherwise is probably similar to that parent that bought his child that daggone AR in Georgia.
I was thinking that too. That's like the parent who gives the child the weapon to commit the crime, or the school shooting. The parents who are, like we've talked about before, the parents who are in denial about their child needing counseling and help and therapy, and then they give them the tools. You shouldn't be giving them the tools, nor should you be hiding it if you know for a fact that it was committed. You shouldn't be doing that.
Oh, absolutely not.
You got to face your consequences. My mother would say, put on your big boy or big girl panties and face your consequences.
My thing is, if you were big enough to do the crime,
you big enough to do the time. Absolutely.
And some of these people aren't wrapped too tight, but I also feel like for your child to go out there and do something like this, how well did you really know your child? Because I'm not going to say you can control your child outside of the home. No. But at the same time, you got to know who you're raising, because even if that is the case and there's something mentally going on with your child, there's certain signs that your child is going to give you.
Long before anything happens.
Way before that. Did you do all you could do to try to help this kid? Or, got into friend groups they shouldn't have been in, or whatever it is, because some of these cases is peer pressure. You hang around the wrong crowd. Somebody did something. All you guys are present. Guess what? You get ready to do some time with them, even if you wasn't the one that pulled the trigger or had the knife or whatever it was.
Right, y'all
are going to serve some time.
Right. No. Yeah, no. My mother was able to teach me how to pick the right friends, and I hope I can teach her how to pick the right friends too. It starts with how you raise them and what you teach them before they enter the social world outside of you. It starts before they get to that point. You got to put the right things in them before they enter the world. The self-esteem, the belief in self, but also the knowledge of other people, how they move and how they act. You have to start teaching them that young. Not following people around just because.
I don't know. But like I said, kids are just, I feel like even with the defending them every time they do something is also alluding to other bad behavior. So what do you do when they go out there and commit a crime? You get ready to go to court and beg and plead,
be their false alibi.
Lie, beg and plead with the judge. My child's not going to do this anymore, that anymore. Yeah, okay. Because you know what judges do when it's small crimes? The government literally works like this. And I like, people are so goofy not figure this out. They let them go. Mm-hmm. They let them go. Why? Because they know they can't. Y'all fail to realize it. Like, these judges in the court system, they make money off of how long your child is locked up. Mm. Them being in there for a couple of months, a couple of weeks, or whatever is not doing anything for them. Especially like the private prisons and stuff. Like, a lot of these judges get paid off of this stuff, and y'all don't even know this, but that's a whole nother thing. Right. At the end of the day, the longer your child is in there, the more money they gonna make. I'm about to let you go because I know you coming back anyway. Right. So by the time they then, I'm putting my child in this program, I'll make sure they get here and there and whatever else. Usually what happens is they come back committing a way more heinous crime, or a crime that's going to have them in there for 15 plus years. Yeah. Or whatever it is. They eventually get down to that because they do not know how to stop. Yeah. They do. It's always something. Yeah. Always. It's always going to escalate. It very rarely goes the opposite direction. No, because that slap on the wrist, a lot of times, especially with young men, and I'm not saying this doesn't happen with females too, when they get that slap on the wrist, it's like, oh, that wasn't that bad. Like, I got off. Okay, keep trying your luck. Keep trying your luck. Right. They will. They test the boundaries and up the stakes every time. Yes, sir. Until they get caught doing something that's going to put them away for quite a while. Better believe it. Mm-hmm. Anywho, guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe, follow us, hit that notification bell if you're on YouTube for us, and some of the other platforms you can leave us comments. Mm-hmm. We respond to the comments as long as they're respectful. We will respond. We don't want no arguing in our comments. We can disagree, but do it constructively. If you are listening and you want to watch the video version of our podcast, or you want to see our reaction videos, see us on YouTube at Black and White and Reacts. It's REACZ. All right. We'll see you guys next time. See you next time. Peace. Bye.